So, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a short video because I just wanted to talk about how my week 2 went, and I also wanted to talk about the power of meditation. So, I started meditating only recently when I started this journey of self improvement. I've been doing it for 2 weeks and I've been feeling a lot of improvements in how I see things. So what I do for me to meditate, I use this app called Medito, which has like these set timers of 3 minutes, of 5 minutes, or 10 minutes that I can set, and there's basically a person who just guides me with staying grounded and breathing and I really find that app helping me. When I started the first week, I was doing it for 3 minutes, and the second week I have upgraded for 5 minutes. So yeah, when I follow the instructions from the app, I do it for 5 minutes, and it is a very peaceful experience because when you begin the morning without looking at your phone or without having these distractions and these thoughts of like what the fuck is going to happen, but just letting everything go and just meditating for some time, it's really peaceful. And once I'm done with these 5 minutes of meditation, I do this visualization of my future. I do that for another 5 minutes. So I'm reading this book called Psycho-Cybernetics. I've completed around 50 pages from that book. Whatever I've learned so far is the thing that I'm applying after my meditation. So they basically talk about this concept where they believe that our body it has something called the creative mechanism, which is made up of our mind and our nervous system, which works together as a machine, which directs itself to a target or a goal that we set ourselves to. For example, you know how there's a missile, which no matter from where it's fired at, it always navigates its way through mistakes and through changes in its journey. It always makes sure that it hits the target with pinpoint accuracy, and that is basically an example of a servo mechanism or a creative mechanism, that if we set ourselves a target or a goal, no matter what we do, we are still going to navigate through the challenges and through the difficulties, and our body is going to take over to achieve that target or the goal. And recently, they suggested a practice exercise in the chapters that I was reading, where they asked us to visualize where our target is and what our target is, and they ask us to visualize how we will be in that particular target or environment. For example, if you have a target of, say, buying a Porsche, you should not only imagine buying the Porsche, you should also imagine the small details involved in it, like you walking up to the dealership, you opening the door of the dealership, the smell of the dealership that you get, the smell of the leather that you get from the car, the smell of the rubber that you get from the car, the feeling of touching the car's steering wheel, the feeling of opening the door, all those small details you have to imagine. And when you imagine something like that, your target and your goal is so standardized that your body, which is the creative mechanism, it's going to find its way through the difficulties, and you are going to achieve that goal no matter what. So they suggest in the book that you spend at least 30 minutes every day, but 30 minutes is a lot of time. So I spend around 5 to 10 minutes. They suggest that you spend some time visualizing your target and visualizing how you will behave in that particular dream situation or target situation. So what I do is I don't think of the dream that I have and how I'll behave in that dream. So I have this particular dream personality of mine, which has its own body language, own charisma, own way of handling things, it has a lot of patience. So I have that dream version of mine. I imagine that dream version of mine tackling through the difficulties and problems that I'm going to be facing that particular day. Not difficulties or problems, I would say more like challenges. For example, today, when I woke up after I finished my meditation, which calmed my brain down, I visualized that dream version of me, that fully confident version of me, navigating through the soccer practice that I had today. And I'm also going to have another event where I'm going to be hosting that event today evening. And all these little challenges, I imagine that target version of me, that version that I want to achieve, how that version would tackle all these challenges, and how I will face these challenges with the small details involved as well. Like for example, in a soccer practice, I was thinking about the moves, the passes, the vision that I want to have, down to the intricate details of how I'm going to feel when I'm going to put on my socks, the feeling of touching grass. So I was imagining myself in that situation. And for the speaker event today, how I'm going to be holding the mic, how I'm going to be using my body language to talk during things. And so I visualized myself in all those situations. And what I believe would happen is, because I've imagined that first thing in the morning, I'm basically sort of pre-programming my brain to be that dream version of myself, while at the same time tackling those situations like how that dream version of myself would do. And what would happen is, because of this, I would actually end up being that person slowly but surely. And in a few months' time, that new personality, that target personality that I've always wanted to have, would in fact become my daily personality. So yeah, I'm trying that out and I'll let you know how that goes. And as far as week 2, I think another good week. I've done all non-negotiables every day, and I'm going strong, and I'm feeling way better. I'm feeling way more comfortable to be in my skin, and I'm feeling way happier. So I'll see you guys next week with another thing that I want to talk about. But anyways, thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.